of Qinhuangdao in northern China. 300 kilometers east of Beijing in the Hebei province, Qinhuangdao hosted the soccer prelims for the 2008 Beijing Olympics and the Asian Games at an Olympic sports centre where today's events are coming from. The 2012 Women's World Boxing Championships is both historical and record-breaking, with 305 athletes from 70 nations, by far the highest, and also as the only women's Olympic qualifier, as women's boxing joins a 2012 roster of sports in 3 weight divisions: fly, light and middle, for the very first time. And in this evening's session we kickstart the action with one of those newly recognised Olympic weight divisions. It is the flyweight, 51 kilograms. All of the boxers that made the quarter-finals here in Qinhuangdao have qualified for the London 2012 Games. Now it's time to decide who will take the World Championship title for 2012. And in the first of the 2 semi-finals, China goes up against Poland. It is Ren Cancan, 24-year-old flyweight, and the number 1 seed here, going up against Karolina Michalczuk of Poland. Karolina becoming Poland's first ever boxer to qualify for the Olympic Games. In the second semi-final, we'll see Salieva of Russia go up against the English number 1 and number 2 seed Nicola Adams, also qualifying to go to the Olympic Games and box in front of her home crowd. But it is the Chinese-Polish semi-final that will be the first 2 of these semi-finals, with of course the final days of action and competition coming up here in the Olympic Sports Centre of Qinhuangdao tomorrow afternoon. Well, this is the 11th day of action. We have been contesting 10 weight divisions. Earlier this afternoon we saw the first half of the semi-finals and some spectacular boxing, and we expect this evening's schedule to be equally as exciting. As we just said, we'll start with the flyweights, then the featherweight division, light welter, middleweight, and finishing with the heavyweights at the end of this evening. So let's take a look at our first 2 boxers in the flyweight division, already qualified for the London Olympic Games of 2012. The boxing starts in early August in the XL Arena of London. Understandably, one of the loudest cheers of the day for the 24-year-old Ren Cancan, for the Armed Police Club, a resident of Qinhuangdao, 2 times International Boxing Association World Champion, 2010 and 2008, has had some very impressive bouts to reach this semi-final, including beating the American number 1 Esparza in the quarters. And her opponent is Karolina Michalczuk of Poland, from the Paco Lubin Club, 32 years of age, an experienced boxer, and herself a former world champion in 2008 and a former European champion in 2009. 7 times a Polish national champion. But you have to go back 4 years to Ningbo in China for her last gold.
4号来自乌兹别克斯坦，5号来自印度。Judge number 1 from England. Judge number 2 from Turkey.
So the Polish boxer.
Judge number 3 from Algeria. Judge number 4 from Uzbekistan. Judge number 5 from India.
Blue ring, Chinese boxer in the red, and of course the host nation China qualifying 5 boxers to these semi-finals. Michalczuk from Brazil, the referee for this first semi-final of the two in the flyweight division. England, Turkey, Algeria, Uzbekistan and Indonesia, the nationalities of the 5 judges on the International Boxing Association point scoring system, where the mean average of each of those 5 judges' score is taken after each of the rounds. Women's elite boxing, slightly different to men's, 4 2-minute rounds rather than 3 3-minute rounds, which we've seen throughout the men's pre-Olympic competitions. First point on the board already for Ren, and starting very confidently indeed. And Karolina, Michalczuk, a little nervous in the early exchanges. And again you see Ren of China, powerful hitter. Powerful punch and a brutal left hook. Just a little bit of pulling and tugging. Both boxers exchanging point scoring blows in the second minute. Good uppercut there. And again, another excellent shot with the left hand. Ren equally as happy boxing in a southpaw and orthodox positions, but he's officially a southpaw boxer. And that left hand is deadly. There it is again. Interesting to note that the English boxer who goes in the next semi-final has actually beaten all of the semi-finalists in this World Championship leading up to this competition. There's the bell for the first of the 4 rounds, and that incredibly positive start from Ren of China in the red corner gives the Chinese boxer a 2-point advantage. 5-3. Just took her time to settle, didn't she? Karolina Michalczuk of Poland. Take a look at some of the replays here. There's that big left hand. But a good combination on the counter punch from the Polish boxer in blue. There again. Double jab with the right, left shot on target, scoring points effectively and efficiently for the Chinese boxer. And the #1 seed gets a 2-point advantage after the first round. Again. That right hand jab from Ren, followed up by the left, whether it be to the body or whether it be to the head. Good combination punches here from Ren and Karolina Michalczuk of Poland. Again, taking some pretty serious punches. There's that big left again. Straight combination punches, but so effective. Mixes it up quite nicely. Jab, body, jab to the head. And that left hand of Ren, so effective on the counter punch. Needs to work the uppercut possibly a little here in the closer exchanges. The Polish boxer. And there's a lovely uppercut, this time with the right. Good shot there from Karolina. Blistering pace, non-stop in this second round. 25 seconds on the clock. Not sure whether they'll be able to keep this tempo going. This time a good right hand from Michalczuk on the counter punch. Inside of the arm. Referee Souza. Just to make sure Ren is unhurt. 10 seconds in this second round, and at the halfway point. Another great counter punch from Ren. Takes that second round 8 points to 4, opening up a 6-point advantage at halfway. Frenetic pace. Absolute commitment from both boxers, but Ren has come out of that red corner from the moment the bell went on the first round, wanting to get this over and done with as quickly as possible. There again, that left hand, which has been such an effective punch throughout the whole of these first 2 rounds. The question for me now is whether Ren can maintain this kind of tempo. Karolina Michalczuk, 24 really impressive punches and scores on the board. Nice screw punch there with the right jab from Ren to score in the opening exchanges. He's not going to give up though, Karolina Michalczuk. Both of these boxers know that there's a strong likelihood that they'll meet each other again this summer at the Olympic Games in August. And I'm sure both in with the head there. Referee needs to have a word there. Well picked up by the Brazilian ref. Just tend to dive in with the forehead, the Chinese boxer. And the headgear certainly paying its way in this bout. Just tiring a little. Ren here is an opportunity for the Polish boxer, if she's got anything left in the reserve tank, certainly to narrow the gap in this particular round. But 6 points adrift is an awful lot for the blue corner to try and find. Oh, another lovely 1-2 combination, and again, the timing of the jab is superb from the Chinese boxer. Another 1-2, right on target for Ren. And in the closing stages of the third round, this time Karolina Michalczuk of Poland just looking a little tired, starting to drop the guard just a little, allowing Ren to pick off the points with the jab. As expected, the closest round of the 3 so far, but still going to the Chinese boxer 8-7. 7 points clear. 21-14 going into the 4th and final round. Well, a better round for the Polish boxer, or maybe Cancan just catching her breath a little. The point score indicates the pace of this fight. 21-14. Surely now Cancan has just got to stick to the same tactic that has given her the win in the first three. Good shot there from Michalczuk. And whilst we are impressed or in awe of the punches from Ren, just watch the footwork. Moves so effectively. Wonderfully balanced. Oh, this is again the world #1 really putting in an exceptional display in the fourth. Lovely little feint to draw the Polish boxer in, and then the 1-2 combination. The right jab, the left hook, and the left 1-2 combination has just been so impressive to watch. And of course, one of the most impressive fights of the day so far, and one of the weight divisions where women's boxing will make its debut at the London Summer Olympic Games this July and August. Watch the shoulders. 20 seconds left on the clock. Not only one of China's best boxers at this competition, but must be one of China's top favourites for Olympic gold. Really looking forward to seeing England's Nicola Adams in the next semi. Counting down the clock, the crowd. And there it is. What an impressive display of boxing from Cancan of China. The crowd enjoyed every minute of that, as did we. Brave performance from the Polish boxer in blue. Here's the confirmation. (27-18), 9 points clear. Cancan for China goes through to the final of the flyweight division. He goes through with a very impressive display indeed. Five, 3, 8-4, 8-7, 6-4, 27-18 total score. Now, who will join the Chinese world #1 in the final here at these World Championships? Let's take a look at some of the replays here. The southpaw really very fast with a jab and a devastating left hand. As a hook, an uppercut or a straight punch, phenomenally accurate and very fast too.
红角。